Joining me now from the Saskatoon Blades is Morgan Tastad. Morgan, hey, thanks very much for doing this. Let's start with how the off season, how the summer's been going for you. What have you been up to in terms of preparing for the 23-24 season?
Yeah, the summer's been going really good so far. I've been skating and training, just trying to put on some muscle and some weight and get some speed up.
What's the excitement level like for you, for your family, for those close to you, as you kind of prepare here for a season in Saskatoon with the Blades?
Yeah, it's getting really exciting. Everybody's asking me about it when I see them in town, and yeah, it's getting really excited that training camp's coming up here.
Now, how much of a boost, how much of a just kind of a comfortability did you get from being part of that Blades run to the conference championship last year? I know you got into some playoff games with Saskatoon, but what was it like to kind of be part of that whole experience and to kind of get your feet wet, so to speak, in the WHL playoffs?
Yeah, it was really good just to see how some of the older guys carry themselves through the playoffs and kind of what goes on with practice and video and everything.
What was the atmosphere like in that rink when you guys were specifically making those comebacks against the Pats and the Rebels in rounds one and two?
Oh, it was really good. You just had to make sure you believe in yourself and never give up.
Is that like a life lesson, do you think, for you guys, having gone through that adversity, having gone through that experience, and to come out with two pretty memorable comebacks and successes?
Yeah, I think that's something that will help in the future for sure, knowing that you can do it.
Tell me a little bit about Loreburn, Saskatchewan. What keeps people busy there, and what are some of the things that you like to do when you're at home?
Well, in Lorban, pretty much everybody's a farmer. You're doing a job within the ag industry, so lots of farming going on around here and lots of people. Not many, but you know them all.
What's your favorite farming activity, farming chore, and maybe what's your least favorite?
I'd say my favorite is probably running the grain cart or trucking, and the least favorite's cleaning out bins.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Tell me a little bit about your style of play on the ice. For those who haven't seen you play, and for those fans in Saskatoon that are going to kind of get to know you here as we get set for the winter time. How do you see yourself as a player? What are your strengths?
I like to say my strengths are my defense and just having a long reach and being able to shut down plays. I'm trying to add offense, obviously, but I think my biggest part is playing defense.
Is there any particular defenseman in the NHL, one or two, that you kind of model your game after, that you watch closely just to see their tendencies?
Well, for my defense, I like watching Braden McNabb. He's lives close to me, about 30 minutes. He grew up, so obviously I like watching him on defense and how he plays. And other guys like Colton Parayko, who are big bodies too.
I was going to say that neck of the woods has produced some pretty solid WHL defensemen over the years with McNabb and Nolan Allen coming from the Davidson area. I mean, do you kind of have a little bit of knowledge about those guys, kind of in watching them growing up?
Yeah, I Nolan Allen, he's just a little bit older than me, so I watched him play growing up, and I also played with his younger brother.
Right on. Tell me lastly here, as you look ahead to this season, are you the type of player that kind of sets personal goals for themselves, or do you just kind of take it kind of one step at a time?
I usually try and take it one step at a time, definitely before the season starts. Maybe once the season starts, I'll get some goals to kind of plan it out.
Maybe one more follow up. I mean, you're from kind of that south central Saskatchewan area. Is it kind of neat to be able to be playing kind of close to home too? So close for your family, your friends, people to come watch?
Yeah, it's great. There's always lots of fans coming up from here to watch.